What's up, everyone? We're back. I'm Dr. Shah.
Dr. Maxfield.
And welcome back to our channel, Dr. Lee, where we talk about all things skincare and dermatology, and it is that time of the year again.
It is. This is the list of the best skincare of the year. One of the most difficult lists to make because not only were there a lot of products and there's a lot of good products, but it's hard to remember which ones are actually new and which ones are just good products that are holdovers from previous years. But we're gonna do our best.
We're gonna do it a little different than we've done it in the past. Instead of doing a whole video dedicated to a category, we're gonna actually have multiple categories in one video, and we're gonna break this into multiple parts. So we'll have the most innovative product of the year, the best device of the year, the best moisturizer of the year, and they're gonna be sprinkled throughout this series. So after reviewing and testing and receiving and purchasing millions of products, it feels like, but probably close to thousands of products this year, we're gonna let you know what our favorites are, which ones are worth your money. Here we go.
Here we go. First category, drum roll please. I actually play the drums, they're right over there. We just don't talk about it much because it took like a 10-year hiatus. But the best drugstore gem, what is it? Eucerin Intensive Repair Cream from me. It might be called lotion, people just play with these words now. But this is one of the best body moisturizers for dry to very dry skin that I've found. I use it every single day now. I have created more empties of this bottle than anything else this year. It has exfoliating ingredients, I think it has lactic acid, urea, and low concentrations, so they kind of just help, but it's a real thick moisturizer that doesn't leave you greasy. No one touches my arm afterwards and is like, hey, why are you so sticky? Because they do say that with a lot of other moisturizers. That's like a thing.
Why are so many people touching your arm?
I got kids and a wife. So this is
fair enough. Fair enough. Just checking.
They give you a hug and say, Dad, what is on your arm? But yeah, so excellent top tier from me.
So better than LRP Lipicar.
It's a very similar body and feel to the Lipicar. Like it has a very similar sensation in terms of how well it like hugs your skin and hydrates. It's got that similar thickness, but I think it elevates it a little bit with the light exfoliators in there.
Wow, okay, big. Okay, I actually love this moisturizer as well. It's actually something that once we had our daughter, it was something that I actually brought into the home as well. So they also have an eczema line, Eucerin, and they have this line as well, and both of them are just great thick moisturizers. I love a thick moisturizer. He loves a thick moisturizer, and this is definitely one of the best of the year in the drugstore. Another drugstore launch. I don't know if this fits necessarily, but I generally think like what's available in retail. The Rock Correction Retinol Stick, okay? This one is super interesting because it's a stick format, and we actually saw a lot of products come out in stick format this year. We'll probably see more. You rarely see retinol in a stick format, and I actually like it. One, because I think it helps it be stable for longer because these are hot pores, and hot pores have better stability because it's anhydrous, you need less preservatives, so on and so forth. So it's retinol, and it's also got this other ingredient called THPE, which has been shown in studies to have an immediate tightening effect at the level of the skin cells. So it gives you that kind of tightening plus the long-term effects of retinol, and it's just in a new format. And I'm just excited for new things this year. And so best in drugstore is this product. It actually sold out is my understanding. You could use it on the face. I like it on the face. You can also use it on the neck. You can also use it on the hands. That's why I like the format of it. It's just something you can use and apply easier.
I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of people do like stick applications. There's just something that seems practical about it. Maybe it's the lack of mess. Maybe it's that your hands, whether they're dirty or you just don't want to have to wash them afterwards. Like there's something nice about a stick skincare. So yeah, great choice. Love it.
Next category is best trending ingredient, and as sort of a connection of that is what was trending this year and then what products essentially incorporated these products to make it trending. So first up is hypochlorous acid. We talked about it 3 years ago. It's trending now. We're either too early or we're always too late, but here we are at Dr. Lee. Hypochlorous acid, what does it do?
So hypochlorous acid is a leave-on cleanser, and pretty much that is it. This is an ingredient that our skins make, our neutrophils make to kill bacteria, but the thing that makes it special is its incredible daily utility. It is non-stingy, non-burny, pH balanced, and it's extremely effective. Like, trust me, just real life, take this with you and see how often you use it. I have it everywhere.
You could use it as a facial spray. I particularly like, and I've said this before, if you follow our podcast, you know, hypochlorous acid has almost become overused. Like people will say, oh, it treats acne scars and so on and so forth. It's an antiseptic. It's a cleansing agent. It decontaminates things. So let's say that you go to the gym, right? And you want to spray down after the gym to, get rid of any bacterial colonization. You want to spray your hands after you touch something. Somebody's sick, you want to spray things down. Even if you want to spray it on your face, if you're really acne prone, you had the phone up against your face. There's a lot of utility for it, but I think for the average person that's got no issues with their skin, there's no reason to incorporate this ingredient into your routine. And there's been a lot of products that have launched this ingredient. So first, I think the main one is Tower 28. They're sort of the leaders in the category and they remain that way. There's also a ton of other brands on Amazon like Skin Smart. Prequel launched a hypochlorous acid spray. Cure launched a hypochlorous acid spray. And Peace Out Skincare launched a hypochlorous acid spray, but I believe this one also has like salicylic acid and some other skincare goodies in it. So this is something I see Dr. Maxfield kind of take with him everywhere he goes. I want little minis of this so I can start spraying it on things as I go because I actually really like it as a really non-drying hand sanitizer. But yes, great ingredient and definitely one of the biggest trending ingredients of the year.
The hypochlorous acid somehow became overhyped, but I'd still say the practical utility of it cannot be overstated. Next ingredient, this was, again, let me shout out Swole MD, Dr. Dylan Greeny, because you can vouch for me. I think we were together at like a meeting and I turned to you and I was like, all right, here's the secret, buddy. Next year, 2024, this is the year of urea. And I almost didn't believe it myself because the first 3 quarters of the business portfolio passed, maybe the first 2. And then in quarter 3, it hit. Everybody was dropping urea products, left, right, front, center, up, down, whatever directions you have. The reason urea, we felt, and I know he felt this too, was gonna be a hero ingredient is because this was still a derm secret. This was still something dermatologists talked about at length in the office. It's a moisturizer that gently also exfoliates and it's very concentration dependent, so you can play with it to get different effects. It's a part of natural moisturizing factor. So urea late this year got the launch from brands that it finally deserved.
Absolutely. So urea has been sort of like simmering in the background of the skincare world. You'd see a little bit of urea pop up here and there, but not get the love that it deserved. But like Dr. Maxfield said, this is something that we always used for thickened skin anywhere, for keratosis pilaris, for thickened and dry cracked heels. I mean, it has so much utility and it's a very gentle ingredient on the skin. Now, a lot of brands have now launched urea, and I will say, we spent 2 years working on a urea formula, so I knew this trend was coming way in advance, and we launched in Q2 actually with our remedy for body bumps, which has 10% urea, also with lactic acid and retinol to really target those body bumps, but there are also a lot of other brands that launched them as well. So I really like also the one from Cetaphil, which is their 20% rough and bumpy. And what I like about it, so to be clear, in order to get that exfoliating benefit of urea, it needs to be 10% or greater. Now, if it's less than 5%, it still has incredibly hydrating properties of the skin, but you're not really gonna get as much of an exfoliating benefit. And so what I like about the urea from Cetaphil is that you have it at 20%.
I like it. I like that you can play with it because there's also Ebenel. I never remember. I recommend this product all the time in the office, probably every day. It's 40% urea. It's on Amazon. And again, the more you increase the concentration, 40% kind of being the upper threshold, that it exfoliates more robustly while still moisturizing. This is the perfect use of it for feet, hands, like that thicker skin that gets really rough, elbows, knees. So that's another hero product utilizing this ingredient that you could find.
Next category is the best multitasker. So if you've been following us for a long time, what does this mean? This means a product that does more. It's a product that's not a single ingredient. It's not gonna do one thing. It's gonna simplify your routine. It's really gonna focus on that skin minimalism, skinimalism, to simplify your routine so that you can simply have better skin. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, this is basically the thesis of the brand Remedy, which also we launched this year. So this is a huge deal for us because my goal was to create multitasking products because my thesis is that many of you are busy, many of you want simple routines, but you don't want to compromise on efficacy. So I kind of have to like shout out Remedy. And if I had to pick a product that's going to be relevant to most of you, I would say Remedy for Healthy Aging. So Remedy for Healthy Aging really targets all the signs of aging, and it really targets anybody who just wants their skin to age in a healthy way. So if you're somebody like me who's in their late 30s and they're looking to just age gracefully, this product truly has everything. It has your retinoids, both slow release, encapsulated retinol, and retinaldehyde. It has your exfoliants, glycolic, lactic, and PHA. It has your peptides, arginine and matrixyl, and it has your antioxidants like ferulic acid, ubiquinone, so on and so forth. So truly everything that you need in this category to age in a healthy way. And it's the product I started using every night now myself. So, I think that this truly embodies this category.
I mean, if he didn't shout it out, I feel like I would be obligated to, because, if you can objectively show me on paper how the Remedy line isn't like the superlative winner in this category, like, go for it. Like, throw it in the comments, let's get the chat going, because it's hard to objectively say otherwise. So yeah, I think Remedy typifies this category, but we will move on to other products as well. So the first one of the other products we will mention, oh, that's not it. That ain't it. It looks like that. It is, it's, got it. The 6 Peptide Skin Booster from CosRx. So, tons of complementary benefits. Boosting, plumping, fine lines firmness, oil control pores, reduce skin sensitivity, retexturize blemishes, and brightening, and all of that is true. So the reason that I think this is the best multi-purpose product is CosRx, very cost effective. Like, the aesthetics of this product, it feels so good. And I think I'm gonna propose this. Peptides as a group are easily the #1 supporting ingredient. Like, this is your supporting cast in its entirety. So niacinamide, jack of all trades, single ingredient. I think peptides perhaps supplant that now as providing the best broad benefits, even though it is a whole group of ingredients technically. And then like your bakuchiol down the list further now. So peptides, new hero supporter, best supporting actor, actress.
And when it comes to these Korean skincare brands and CosRx in general, you really just cannot beat the texture, the way that it will layer under any other product or layer under your makeup or layer underneath your sunscreen is just phenomenal. They always bring hydration, they always bring calming and soothing, and peptides truly are here. They play well with pretty much any other ingredient, and this does really so much, especially with the copper peptides, especially with the arginine that's in this formula. And for the last category of this video, this is a surprise category, and it is the best fragrance of the year. And I'm talking about colognes, I'm talking about perfumes. We're just gonna put it in here because for some reason, we've tried a lot of different fragrances here. We've been talking about it, we have some behind us, and we wanna talk about what we've loved, because around this time of the year, this is actually a great gift for somebody as well. So we're gonna talk about our favorites and also what our wives have been liking. So this could be a gift really for anybody. Let's go.
Okay, so should a dermatologist like a fragrance? Should they love a fragrance? That is beside the point. This is your allergic contact dermatitis in a bottle, but I love it. So it is from Azzaro. This one is called Most Wanted. This is tough actually, because I don't have the verbiage or the capacity to describe this to you and do it justice. But it's like, I don't even know where to start. Like, sweet, kind of heavy. It is a little bit masculine. I would say strongly masculine, but it's not overpowering. There's no way that this is going to do anything for any of you, but this is an incredible, incredible cologne.
What notes does it have in it?
I don't know.
There's a little bit of citrus.
Spicy flower.
A little bit of geranium. No, it's a great scent. It's a great scent. I totally agree with this. My fragrance of the year is going to be Diptyque Orpheon. So what I like about Diptyque, first of all, this is their perfume. So it's more oil, it lasts longer. It really is just a very unique smell. And when it comes to fragrances, you do want something that maybe feels unique compared to other people. And a lot of when something becomes popular, everybody wears it, and then you want to get something else. So this is something that nobody is wearing. It's definitely a unique smell. I don't even know how to describe it, but it feels clean. But there's like a very, very masculine smell about it in my mind. And it's the one that I've been using for a while, and it's like sort of become my signature scent in some way. And a lot of people will gatekeep that, but now you know.
Yeah, no, a clean masculine spice. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. He did a good job describing that.
And then I will tell you what my wife's favorite has been as well, and it is the Prada Paradox Intense, I believe it's called, the Intense one. What's interesting about this as well is that when my wife was pregnant, she couldn't tolerate a lot of scents that she was normally used to wearing, so she used the Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb for a long time, and then during pregnancy she couldn't really tolerate it as much, and so she started using the product Paradox Intense. Interestingly enough, my brother does marketing for Prada, and so he also launched this fragrance. So it's pretty cool, super proud of him. He's had an incredible year. Prada Fragrances has been wildly successful, and they've had some incredible launches, and this is a really, really nice fragrance.
I actually think it's really cool that his brother does have a hand in this as well. Like it kind of ties some emotional depth to the backstory. My wife's fragrance, I'm actually gonna guess, because just this time of year kind of consistently, the candy apple, winter candy apple from Bath & Body Works makes its way out. So I don't know if that counts. We really don't wear much cologne perfume. Actually, I think we wear less than my counterpart here, but
You're like indicating that I'm like one of these like,
dude, the first time
these like greasy like smells like cologne type
no,
of
the
guys.
first time in his interview for residency, I think I had to give him a warning not to wear his cologne because there was someone at the office who like really hates fragrance. I think I gave him like some heads up, hey buddy, like I know you like this stuff.
To be clear, like I'm not like an overly cologned or perfumed type of guy, just to be clear.
It is true, he wears it subtly. And let that be a note. If you are wearing a fragrance, one, as a dermatologist, you can put Vaseline down, put the fragrance on top of that. Does it help? Maybe a little bit. Secondly, just please don't overdo it. Like just for my sake and anyone else around you, don't do the Axe body spray thing. That we've talked about this before actually, but it's so pungent. Just like delicately, that's sufficient. That is sufficient.
All right, so this concludes part 1 of our favorite products of the year. It's been an incredible year for us. Hopefully you all had an incredible year as well. And we're gonna let you know what the next group of pairings are gonna be in the next video. Thank you all so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll put some links for everything before, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Below, and we'll see you next time.
What'd I say?
Before.
Oh.